talk to you guys about some things. Obviously, you lot have seen, it's been around the whole world what happened on the back chat episode I was on with a guy by the name of Ginger J. He's faced a lot of outrage and backlash for the things he said on the episode pertaining to interracial dating and his views on why he doesn't date black women anymore, right? And basically, he's lost his position on a show called Pen Game, where he was a co-host on the show, and they basically released him because of what has been out. And he's faced a lot of backlash. Now, he's faced a lot of backlash based on how he delivered his message, on how he was speaking to the black women on the show. And I'm not here to defend how he was behaving, because he's a grown-ass man, and you have to take accountability and responsibility for your actions. Now, a lot of the things he said, a lot of men will be able to relate with certain things of what he said. Certain aspects of what he said were kind of proven to be true from the reactions of some of the women, but at the end of the day, his behavior was out of line. But what this video is really about is that I believe that only black men face the risk of backlash and outrage when they do interracial dating. It's funny because me personally, I've dated women from all backgrounds, my own Nigerian background, Caribbean, black Americans, and then I've dated outside my race as well. And I'm talking about dating, I mean girlfriends, like not just hookups or, one night stands. I'm talking about actual girlfriends and stuff like that. But, I've even faced backlash for, oh, he only likes white women. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, because I haven't come out and said I like all black women, or I find all black women attractive, when that's not even feasible. You can't find all of any group attractive. The same way I don't find all white women attractive. I don't find all mixed race women attractive. Yeah. But it seems a thing of like, if you're not like really talking along the lines of all black women are beautiful, all of them are queens, etc., etc., now you're at the risk of facing backlash. And if you are a guy that might have a non-black girlfriend, you're at the risk of a lot of backlash. And I really wanted to talk about this. I wanted to get you lots of opinions as well. I know there's black women that watch my channel, and I'm really interested to hear your opinions, because like recently there was a chick, I can't remember her name because I don't follow these celebrities, because I don't idol worship, but there's a woman, was it Summer Walker or someone like that, some black chick in America, and she basically is dating, well, she was seen out with some like older white man, right? And then when she was questioned about that, they was like, who is this mystery guy? And like, she was just like, oh, this is just my special friend. And then she didn't really want to answer no more questions about that. And I was just like, okay, cool. It's obvious that they must have some kind of romantic relationship going on. But why is it that no one seems to care? Like, she's not facing any kind of backlash. She's not getting interrogated about it. It's just okay. And especially in light of what's happened with Ginger J, I just think there's a lot of hypocrisy going on. There's a lot of like hypocrisy. Yeah. I think there's a lot of like bias. And in my opinion, I feel like in this side of the world, men face backlash for anything. Like, as a man, you have to be extremely careful what you say, and even more importantly, how you say things. Especially if you're airing your dating preferences, because a lot of people are very, very sensitive. Very sensitive, bro. Very sensitive. And we all know that, women like to dish it out, but really seldom can take it. A lot of times, you can go on social media platforms and you will hear women talk about why they don't want to date black men, or all the problems they face dating black men. And at the end of the day, like, you know, some of these things are true. Some of them things may be a little bit exaggerated, but I think that it is very unfair that if a man candidly airs his opinions, he is liable to get cancelled and lose everything. Because Ginger J, he was a very big part of Pen Game, right? And now he's been released from that. And again, I'm not excusing his behavior. At the end of the day, he has to be accountable for what he does, same way everyone does. But, you know, I just find it a bit sad that, like, you know, so many people are happy. I think a lot of people, in particular women, are laughing at that and like serve you right and that kind of thing. But at the end of the day, we've seen countless examples of women doing hysterical outbursts talking about men, and they don't really face nothing. No, there's no backlash for it. There's nothing. Do you get what I'm saying? Saying a lot of disparaging things. Yeah, Ginger J got released from Pen Game. Yeah. They made an official statement and that's it. That's it. And I think that this only applies to men, in particular black men. Only black men. And I think that it's just absolute bias. It's absolutely insane that we're in this day and age where everybody acts like they're so progressive and we're in 2025 and, you know, we've moved on and, you know, nobody cares about no one's opinions and we're not sensitive. Yes, I think the world is actually very, very sensitive, actually. I think the world is very sensitive, and I think that for the most part, men kind of take criticism on the chin. You know, even though when we hear criticism, we might say 1-2 things about it, but we won't go out of our way to cancel anyone. Do you get what I'm saying? Especially black men. We're not really in the business of running around trying to ruin people's livelihoods or, you know, just yeah. But unfortunately, I think women are more prone to wanting to cancel a guy and ruin his life. And I think this is just the culture. I think this is society. I think men are always at risk and in danger of having their lives ruined for their opinions and their preferences, or, you know, just saying something that maybe a woman doesn't like. And I think that is totally unfair, to be honest. And I think it's totally unfair. I think that it's totally unfair that women can candidly and quite savagely talk about men and laugh at men and ridicule men and be loud about it and be animated about it. But if a man airs his opinion, first of all, he's going to get an aggressive response. And then if he like has the same energy, then now he's going to be labeled as some dangerous, evil man. Like, and I just think it's BS. It's BS, bro. Like, it's BS. It's absolute BS. Absolute BS, bro. Like, it's not like we don't face enough in the world anyway. Yeah, it's not like as black men we don't face enough obstruction enough in life anyway. But you know, now you can't even like equally share your opinions on your views on things. Because it would be one thing if like it was equal across the board. So like, if you know, black women were to come out and say some outlandish things about black men, then they would risk their livelihood, they would risk getting cancelled, etc., etc. But it's not like that. It's only one-way traffic. It's literally only one-way traffic. And I don't even think it's only like specific to black people. I think that in general, men have to walk on eggshells when they talk about women, whereas women can be as erratic and crazy and say whatever, and there's no problem with it. No problem. There's no risk, no danger. You know, there's no kind of caution or anything. They'll just come out and say anything. It like that is mainstream TV. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was so funny because like, even when I think back to that Backchat episode, and like and I'm cool with Lois, but at the same time, She said that if a black man dates outside his race, he's a sellout, right? But then in the same breath, she said she would be open to dating a white man. So in essence, wouldn't you be a sellout as well? Like the lack of like equality in mindset is just ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's double standard, it's hypocrisy, and it's absolutely just unfair. Like, listen, as I said, I saw this whole Summer Walker video with this older white man, and there's no backlash, there's no like, no interrogation. There's a plane going over my head. Plane going over my head, sorry guys. But yeah, zero backlash. Zero backlash. And let's get the likes up on the video, man. Let's get the likes up, man. There's loads of you in here and not enough likes. So let's get the likes close to the number of viewers, please. And shout out where you're listening from as well. Let me see what you lot are saying in the comments. Someone said pure hypocrites, shake my head. And if you say things that are just stupid, I'm just gonna block you. I just don't have time for silly people, man. I really don't. Someone said you are correct about the double standards. Yeah, man. Like, bro, you can't like logically and sensibly be like, oh, black men are sellouts if they date outside their community, but then as a black woman, I would date outside of my community, and there's nothing wrong with that. And like literally, when Lois said that she would date out, nobody had a problem. Nobody said anything. Nobody said anything. And I was just like, oh my God, I can't believe this, bro. I can't believe it. Like, nobody batters an eyelash. Nobody thinks anything. It's crazy. Big up Sammy from Baltimore, Maryland. Someone said, bro, you're British. That's all that matters. I don't know what that means. So Denise says, you're saying it out of context, and that's dangerous because it's pushing a narrative that isn't true. What is out of context? I was there. How can you say it's out of context? And that's dangerous. See, this is the thing that happens, yeah? When a man says something, it is demonized and it's called dangerous. What have I said that's dangerous? Calling out hypocrisy. That's not dangerous. It's not dangerous at all. I'm asking the question, why is it that when black men date out, they can be openly called sellouts and self-haters, but when black women do it, nobody calls them sellouts and self-haters? Where is the dangerous element to that? You see, you're not being real. People like you are dangerous. Not pushing any narrative. There is a double standard. There is hypocrisy. There's bias. And there's people that just come in to say dumb stuff. We got Darkstone from Belgium. Big up to you. So L is Zilla. All right, cool. So what is... All right, Zilla. So what was dangerous about what I said? There's nothing dangerous about what I said. Absolutely nothing dangerous about what I said. I said there's a double standard. I think that this society is so anti-men. It's so ready to cancel men. When was the last time a woman got cancelled for saying anything about men? Like, when was the last time a woman got cancelled for saying disparaging things about men? Like, it doesn't exist. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I just think that it's very interesting. When was the last time a black woman was getting interrogated for why she dates white men or non-black men. It doesn't exist. Because for the most part, black men don't care. If a black woman dates out, black men don't care. You know, like, it's whatever. Do your thing. Someone said, nah, King is speaking truth. Yeah, man, come on, man. Someone said, I appreciate your words of truth. Someone said they don't understand hypocrisy. Bro, they do understand. They do, bro. You see, this is the thing, like as somebody that's had a lot of debates with women in the last, I don't know, 3-4 years, yeah? Like, I've come to understand that women have selective outrage, bro. Selective, right? When it's things that, you know, suit what they want to push or that suit their narrative, you know, they have full understanding. There's no confusion whatsoever. But when it's something that's counter to what they want to believe, or, you know, maybe if it's something that's going to hold them accountable or something like that, for the most part, I'm not saying all women, but for the most part, yeah, they're not going to understand. Now there's confusion. Like, now they just don't get it. Like, it's a joke. It's a joke. That's why, like, if you notice, when I was being questioned about, oh, King Riches, oh, what's your preference? And I was telling them clearly, like, look, I like all women. I like black women, white women, mixed race women, women from all different backgrounds. As long as they're attractive, I don't care. As long as they're attractive and they like me, like, I ain't got no problem. But I was continuously questioned. Like, they literally was asking me the same question over and over and over again. And I was just like, what is this about now? Like, you trying to make me give you a different answer, or you trying to make me say something that is gonna, I don't know, give you some kind of leverage to get mad? Like, it's just weird. Like, and men just don't do that. We don't do that. We don't operate like that when we're talking to women. Like, if I talk to a black woman and she says she likes white men, I might ask her, oh, why? What is it that you don't like about black men? And she says what she says. If it's illogical, then, like, you know, I'll air my opinion about it. But I'm not going to try and cancel her. And I'm not going to try and rile her up to get upset and, you know, go crazy. Do you get what I'm saying? And we still need more likes on the video. There's over 100 of you in here and there's not enough likes. All right? There's not enough likes on this video. It's absolutely crazy that I have to keep reminding you lot to like the video. Some of you just watching and I don't know. But I'm going to read some of your comments. Dumb comments just get blocked. Someone said the question. Oh, so Zilla, or maybe it's Zilla, I don't know. The question was consistently dating. Bruh, yeah, and that's the point. That's the point of this live stream. I'm saying that, why is it that it's only black men that are sellouts and self-haters, but when black women do interracial dating, they're not sellouts and self-haters? They don't get the shaming lines. They don't get the insults. They don't face backlash or outrage. In fact, they get a lot of support. To be honest, they get a lot of support. Someone put anti-men. Yes, I think this society is anti-men. I think it is, even though men build everything around us. Because I guarantee this building behind me, it was probably all men, if not 99% men, that build these buildings and build them and everything around us. Do you get what I'm saying? But for some reason, a man is not even allowed to have his own preference in the people he wants to date. A man is not allowed to air his opinions because there's a risk of him losing his livelihood. It's crazy, bro. And again, I'm not saying that you need to speak in an aggressive way. You know, I think everyone should be diplomatic in the way they speak. Do you know what I mean? You know, you don't need to fly off the handle and stuff like that. And I think that's the mistake that Ginger J made. I think he flew off the handle. But at the same time, even if you are speaking respectfully, as a man, you have to be very careful what you say. You have to be extremely careful what you say, because there's a high probability and risk that you could face a lot of problems from that. And I just don't think it's the same for women. I think women are given the open floor to say whatever they want. Oh, this guy's weird. Some weirdo in the chat. You're gone. Someone in the chat said Ginger was right. You can't tell a woman to put her in her place, but they can put us in our place. Yeah, I just think that it's very one-sided. I think that everything's very one-sided. I think it's just crazy, man. Do you know what's really getting on my nerves? Do you know what really gets under my skin? It's all these simp guys, all these simp dudes online making these reaction videos. And like they're just completely just, I don't know, man. There's just a lot of simp guys out there in the world, man. Black guys, a lot of simp black guys. It's just a joke, bro. Like, again, well, I'm not condoning all the aggressiveness and shouting, especially the stuff Ginger was saying outside of the studio. I think he went too far. He was going overboard, but. Bruh, like, yeah, there's a lot of simp guys out there, bro. Because they was making videos before they saw the outside bit. You know what I'm saying? Someone said, I don't agree with the others saying, why didn't you or the other man them defend or protect black women on the show? This is the thing that I always have to ask about that. They kept saying, all these simp guys on these reaction videos, oh, these men behind, they didn't do anything. What was we supposed to do, bro? Like, what was we supposed to do exactly? And China got up and he tried to pull Ginge back to his seat, and Ginge wasn't having it. Now, at the end of the day, Ginger J's a grown-ass man, bro. Like, if he's got opinions and he's got things he wants to say, that's up to him, and he has to face the reality for what he says. Do you get what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I was questioned, and I didn't get up, and I didn't start shouting and all of that. Do you get what I'm saying? And also, you got to understand, this was a studio that was full of people, bro, men and women. In my opinion, there was no danger of Ginge doing anything extremely physical to anybody there, because there was too many people there. Us guys wouldn't have let that go. They wouldn't have let that run. All right, so the cold's getting to me. Got tears in my eyes. But all these dummies, they're coming online, oh, and these men didn't say anything to do anything. Bro, the show is about arguing. The show, do you know how many times I've argued with girls on that show? Do you know how many arguments have been on that show between men and women, and insults have been thrown left and right on that show? Like, Backchat is a show where there's gonna always be conflict. You're gonna see episodes, you're gonna see more episodes where there's going to be verbal conflicts. This is not foreign, this is not new, right? So everybody acting like, oh yeah, why didn't these guys do anything? Bro, like, shut up, bro. Like, you're stupid, bro. Especially these guys. Like, what did you lot expect us to do? Get up and rush him? Like, what do you mean, bro? Like, he was shouting, he was shouting and whatever, cool, but he didn't get physical, and he didn't look like he was getting physical to me. So and he didn't. Now, was he aggressive in the way he was talking? Yes, but this is nothing new to Backchat. So that was my take, and I just think a lot of these guys, even some of these women, oh, these black men didn't say anything and blah blah blah. Bro, shut up, bro. Shut up. There's been loads of times where women have got up and said some outrageous things to men, and you lot didn't say a damn thing. Yeah, so, like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? And this is what I'm talking about. There's a big double standard. Like, women are allowed to just say anything, bro. Anything. Anything. But if a man says something, you know, he's straight away he's in trouble. Like, and I just think it's garbage. I think it's garbage. You know what I'm saying? It's garbage, bro. Zilla said, those aren't the things women get interrogated for, though. They get interrogated for being baby mums. No one bashes baby dads. The double standards are everywhere. Yeah, but the thing is, the problem with that is, yeah, if you're a baby mum, that was your choice. Unless that was forced upon you, it was probably your choice. Now, at the end of the day, as a man, you can sleep with a woman, yeah? And if the woman falls pregnant, it's really up to her. It's her prerogative if she goes through with the pregnancy. So let me give you an example. Say a man sleeps with a woman and he wants to get her pregnant, but she doesn't want to have a baby. That baby's not going to come out to the world because she will get rid of it. She will get rid of that pregnancy, bro. See, this is the thing. Women have autonomy over pregnancies and if they become baby moms or not. That's why women that become single mothers, that's why a lot of times they will get, you know, they will face like, you know, what's the word? They will face it. Just put it like that. They will face it. And people won't really feel sorry for them or show much sympathy because at the end of the day, that was your choice. It was your choice to sleep with the guy unless it was forced. Because if it was forced, then that's a crime. Yeah, and you should report it to the police. But if you willingly lay down with a man unprotected, you didn't protect yourself, and you slept with a man that was unprotected, then you feel pregnant, and then you don't like do anything about it. I mean, you just go along with the pregnancy. I mean, that was your choice. At the end of the day, that was your choice. So why do you think everyone needs to feel sorry for you? Like, that's not even a good example, to be honest. I don't think that's a good example at all. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, and at the same time, yeah, I do get there are double standards, but we're talking about this subject in particular because of the recent events. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, you can't just like pick and choose. You need to try and be as fair as possible. And to be honest, I don't think a lot of women care about being fair. I don't think they care about it, to be honest. And also, yeah, men that don't take care of their children do get shamed. They get shamed all the time. You're a deadbeat dad, you're a loser, you're a dog, you're trash, blah, blah, blah. Like, men that don't look after their kids, they get dissed by women and they get dissed by men. I would diss men that don't look after their kids. I think that's terrible. I think you're a scumbag if you do that. Do you get what I'm saying? So that's not really a good example, really. I think men that are deadbeat dads get dissed more than women for being baby mamas. You get what I'm saying? Or it's at least 50-50, I think. Ooh. Someone in the chat said something that is very, 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 very interesting. He said, they will say men are abusers, but then pay for tickets to see Chris Brown. Ooh, selective. That's crazy. And the sun is, oh my God, look at the melanin. The sun decided to come down and bless me. Let's go. Someone said I could be a model. I got the plane over my head. Got the plane over my head. Someone said black men love lighter color, so let dark-skinned women be. Someone said, I like the women who like me. Easy. Yeah, that's it. Like whoever likes you. And it doesn't, and color is not even the main factor in that. Like, you know, deal with whoever likes you, bro. Yeah, they were trying to expose me with questions, but the thing is, when you know you're telling the truth, you can't get exposed and you can't get twisted. You can't get finessed because you're telling the truth. I've dated black women. I find black women attractive. I find white women attractive. I find mixed race women attractive. Yeah, the ones I find attractive. That doesn't mean all. That doesn't mean every single one. It's not feasible. You get what I'm saying? It's not feasible. But sometimes when you give them these answers, it's not good enough. It's like they I don't know. It's the answer you give them is not good enough. They'll keep asking you to try and catch you out or something. It's weird. Big up Kaylee. Like, share, and subscribe the live. Yeah, absolutely. Big up Kaylee in the chat. Yeah. Like this video. Hey, half of you could like the video right now. It really helps me out if you could like the video, please. Someone said, I get that part. Hold on, another plane. Someone said, I get that part. You should be able to like who you want. Exactly. Like when I saw the video of Summer Walker with that white guy, I didn't care. The only thing I thought is, raw, like, no one she ain't gonna face no kind of questioning. Yeah, there's no interrogation, no questioning. It's all good. Yeah, and it is all good. But if a black man does it now, oh my God. Oh my gosh, bro. What is it? Michael B. Jordan got it. You know, he got it hard. Like, you know, you just look at all black male athletes that date out. They get it. You know, but Serena Williams, she's cool. She's cool, right? Or Eve, the rapper Eve. You know, she got with a white guy. You know, that's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. In fact, they'll get what's it? High fives for doing it, and that's cool. I don't care. Like, at the end of the day, you got one life. You got to make the most of your life, man, and be happy. Yeah. If somebody chooses somebody that doesn't look like you, why do you care? Get on with your own life. There's somebody out there that does like you. Do you get what I'm saying? And that's the realest thing I could ever say. Press 1 in the chat if you get that. Why would you care about the opinion? Why would you get upset? Or why are you going to be pressing somebody, interrogating somebody who says they don't want to date somebody that looks like you? Why are you so pressed about that? Because really, to me, that shows insecurity, in my opinion. That's insecurity. Let me know if you agree. That's just insecurity. Because they love to say men are insecure, but really and truly, I think that a lot of times women are insecure. Yeah? And their emotions get the best of them. Someone said, I'll give it to you on the cancelling part, but everything else about dating out is lies. What was the lies that I said about dating, interracial dating? What's the lies? I'd really like to know. Oh, someone has got something to say. Mia says, you sat there quiet as a mouse when the lunatic was ranting and getting aggressive with black women. You are not the man you think you are. Brother, hey bro, let me tell you one thing about me. I'm a fighter, and everybody knows that about me. So you can say whatever you want. I fight grown men. Yeah? So don't tell me I'm not the man I think I am. I've proved it. I've got in the ring with big guys bigger than me. Big black guys, yeah, just like me. So that can't work with me. Everybody knows I'm brave. Everybody knows I'll fight. Yeah, so that's not gonna work. I was at boxing last night. Go check my Instagram. Yeah, bro, it's not gonna work. About quiet like a mouse. You wish. You see what I'm saying about this? Who am I afraid of? Who was I afraid of on that show to tell me I was quiet as a mouse? You do realize on Backchat we all argue. We've argued. Me and China got into it on the first episode we filmed. Yeah, I've had arguments with everybody there. Do you get what I'm saying? So to act like I was quiet like a church mouse or a mouse is a joke. You're a joke, fam. Mia. Like, these people, they think they're dealing with some dumb black guy that doesn't know anything. Some dumb black guy from the hood that doesn't know anything. Bro, I know exactly how to carry myself, how to speak. Yeah, I speak very eloquently. Okay? I've probably got a larger vocabulary than you. I've probably got a lot higher aptitude than you. Yeah, I didn't say intelligence. I said aptitude. Yeah? I just dress like this because I want to. I just dress like this to throw people like you off, to think that they could say silly things, and then I'll just put you back in position, fam. Yeah? Yeah? Let you know the hierarchy of aptitude out here. Yeah? Silly. Silly. You must be one of the realest British YouTubers. Yeah, I am, 100%. Big up Dark Stone, I am. Because I say everything I say I am, I am. I do this. Like, I am what I say I am. Yeah? And it's not even just British, black American YouTubers as well, bruv. Yes. Yes. Because everyone talks a good game, but it's not practical. All right? They talk a good game, but it's not practical. Yeah? I showed myself, bro. I stepped in the ring. You get what I'm saying? All these guys, they always talk about they're tough and this, that. I stepped in the ring. My first ever serious licensed match, official match, was against a 6'6", 110 kilogram black guy, muscular, not fat, not out of shape, muscular black guy. And I won, bro. Yeah? The video's on my channel, bro. That was my first fight. So nobody's going to tell me about I'm a mouse or anything, bro, because, bro, like, it's not that. And everybody in real life knows it's not that. So, it's whatever. It's whatever, fam. Oh, yeah. So this idiot is just repeating. Let me see. Coach Falcon said no point conversing with them. Yeah, some people were just like, their brain is so far gone, they're so lost in their delusion and their selective outrage that you can't speak to them, man. You can't speak to somebody who's completely biased and a biased hypocrite. You can't speak to somebody like that, because you will never get anywhere. Because it doesn't matter how much logic you kick to them, it doesn't matter how much you make sense, they will deliberately not agree with you or deliberately not understand what you're saying. They will completely just like deflect and, you know, just completely try to confuse the conversation. You can't talk to them. Can't talk to them. Someone said, faced the same situation a couple of days ago when I was talking with a black woman. She asked me 3 times in 2 weeks if I dated white women. I just cut her off and I was sick of it. Yeah, bro, like, this is the thing. Like, it's not only black women that do it. It's anyone that does it. Like, if somebody asks you a question and they're not satisfied with the answer you're giving them and they keep asking that question, they're trying to catch you out. You just got to just end the conversation, man. See, Coach Falcon said weak men is why we're here. Yeah, I agree with you. The whole reason why society is the way it is and it's so twisted and just lopsided and skewered and all of that is because men just got weak. Men got weak, started just, I don't know, not playing our position properly, started just becoming soft and kissing backside and simping and all of this, and now we're in the position we're in. And let's get the likes up on the video, man. Let's get the likes up on the video. Someone said I'm in the hood. I'm actually in the total opposite of the hood, bro, right now. I'm actually in the total opposite of the hood, bro, but I'm not going to disclose where I'm at. Someone said, I do agree, the things he said were outrageous. Yeah, he said some crazy things. He did. He did. Absolutely. Actually, to be honest, did he say crazy things? I think it was more so his delivery was too aggressive. His delivery was too aggressive. He didn't need to get up to say the things he was saying. I think that he let his emotions take over. Like, he should have realized that, bruv, you're on Backchat, you're on a show where people are going to confront you and gonna argue with you, and they may try ruffle your feathers, but you need to compose yourself to a certain level. Like, you can argue and banter, but you know, you don't want to come across as too aggressive. And I think that's the mistake he made, and now he's, you know, suffering the consequences for that, to be honest. Big up, Pamela. You were one of the respectful men. Respectful, King Riches. Big up. Appreciate you. Yeah, like, at the end of the day, I'll say it like this. I am a guy who has had a lot of verbal back and forths with women, you know, back and forths online, on video. You know, obviously I have my podcast, and I used to have women on there, tell them to leave the studio. You know, I've had viral moments that have just gone crazy and stuff like that. I've faced a lot of backlash for the things I've said online. You know, some of the things, looking back, I don't know, even I see where I went wrong and stuff like that. I see things where, you know, I wasn't as diplomatic, or I didn't speak very tactfully. Do you get what I'm saying? And, you know, I faced a lot of backlash in my life. Everybody's seen when the whole world turned against me. Do you get what I'm saying? Everybody remembers when the whole world turned against me. Yeah? And the world turned against me for something that I didn't even say, the things other people said. Do you get what I'm saying? So I totally understand this thing very well. And I think through my experiences, I've learned a lot. And, you know, even being on Backchat, I've learned a lot. Like, and I realized that you need to compose yourself, especially as a guy. You must compose yourself, especially when you're talking to women about touchy subjects. You know, you don't have to agree with them. You don't have to be a simp. You don't have to bow down or anything like that. But, you know, when you are speaking, you need to compose yourself, because at the end of the day, in this society, men will be demonized. Yeah, so you need to be aware of that and, you know, maneuver the right way, or you'll end up in a situation like Ginger J. And it's a simple thing. It's a simple thing. Someone said, oh yeah, Coach Falcon says black women want to see black men fight each other over them. I think there's an element of truth to that, because whenever I heard these women say, oh, these black men in the background, they didn't stand up or do anything, it's like they wanted us to rush him. Now, and I don't think it was warrant of that. He didn't get physical. He didn't act like he was going to get physical. He was aggressive in how he was talking, but he didn't, in my opinion, I don't think his body language was saying he was going to get physical with these women, because that would have been a completely different situation. But it's like, I feel like a lot of times when these women, and even some of these simp guys making these reaction videos, it's like they wanted us to physically assault Ginger J for saying what he was saying, and that is just that's not right. Do you get what I'm saying? And yeah, like, no, I think black men need to actually just refrain from physical altercations, unless it's like in some kind of competition. You know, I think you need to refrain from that. Someone said, you've done this podcast thing for a long time. Now you know what you can say, what you can't say. Ginger was on the battle rap team. They dissed each other all day long. That's what I'm saying. Like, obviously, I've got a lot of experience, and you could say media training. So, like, I know when what you say is going too far. Do you get what I'm saying? And that's through trial and error. That's through me getting, you know, hated online as well. So, you know, I know what to say, but at the end of the day, it's more time, it's the way you say things. Do you get what I'm saying? Because if you're saying your preference is, I like dating these type of people, I don't really like dating these type of people, no one can really knock you for that. But if you say it in a very aggressive, like, spiteful way, then it's going to get you into some problems, 100%. It's going to get you into some problems, bro. Yeah, bro lost his gig with Pen Game. Yeah, he's gone, bruv. It's sad, bro. Sad, bro. Someone said, Pamela said, the panel of women definitely kicked off, triggered the ginger dude. I don't get why he would want to be there to kick off unless he thrives attention. I think he just, I honestly think he didn't, I don't know, because I'm not in his head, innit? But from what I observed, it looked like he wasn't ready for that kind of environment. He wasn't ready for that. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, he got emotional, he got triggered, and he crashed out. And yeah, that's what I think he did. You know, and I think he thought that, you know, he can just speak his truth and say it however he wants. And like, I'm sorry, in this society, as a man, you can't. Women can do it, but men can't. Miss DLA said, you are a disgrace. You see how stupid these people are? You are a disgrace. They can't explain what they're saying, but they can throw insults and shaming lines, but they can't. At the end of the day, you can say whatever you like about me. You know me, I don't know you. You know me, I don't know you. You mean nothing to me. You are like a speck of dust in the atmosphere. I don't register you. You don't exist. All right. So Miss DLA, hi and bye. Anyway, Rudy says, "Ayo, my brother, I totally agree with you. And for real, that's sad that black men are the only race to be disrespected for making a decision that we think is best for us." Yeah. Yep. Hundo. Why do you keep acting like Ginger is cooked? Cooked how? Well, he's lost his co-hosting gig on Pen Game. That's the main place where I saw Ginger J. That's the main place most people have seen Ginger J. And now he's not allowed to do that no more because of the Backchat episode. So, I mean, I don't know how, I don't see how you don't understand that. King of Hearts says, Mo Gilligan literally got shamed weeks ago for being a deadbeat. So, oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's right. Mo Gilligan, the comedian, he was getting roasted for getting some white chick pregnant and for being a deadbeat. Yeah. Yeah. Miss DLA said, in the one moment black women wanted defense, every male on the panel stayed silent. You disgrace your community. Have you ever watched Backchat before? Do you know how many times there has been verbal conflicts on that show? This is nothing new. The one moment he got up and he said stuff about hair and eyelashes. Like, I'm sorry. That's not the worst thing I've ever heard on that show. That's not the worst insult I've ever heard on that show. It's not. So for you lot to try and act like it was some crazy mad thing, like it was in some dangerous moment, it wasn't. All right? You lot are just trying to blow it, exaggerating it, and blowing it out of proportion. Did Ginger J act? Was he doing too much? Was he crashing out? Absolutely, he crashed out. Absolutely. Yeah? Do I condone his aggressive delivery and the way it was going on? No, I don't condone it, because I think he could have conducted himself way better. But the way you're trying to exaggerate it, oh, the only time black women needed you lot to step up and defend us. Defend what? The women were going back and forth with him. And that's what happens on that show. You lot are not being real. You're not being real by saying that. You're not being real. It's selective outrage. It's bias. And I'm not buying it. Absolute BS. Just selective outrage is just is absolutely ridiculous. All right, big up Intello for the super chat. He says interracial dating is going to be more prevalent. I think interracial dating is going to really be a very normal thing for black men and black women and all people, white men, white women, Indian, wherever. Like it's happening, and it is what it is. I think the majority of people in each group will still stay within their group, but there's going to be more interracial dating. So I just don't think there's no point getting upset and crying about it or trying to shame people for doing it, because people are going to do what they want to do, and people want to be happy in life, and that's it. And that's it, bro. Like, that's it. All right, Alicia says, I don't think black women have an issue with you guys dating white women. I think the issue is date white women and leave black women alone. No need to use negative connotations, etc., to tear down black women. I agree with that. That's fair. That's fair, right? Like, date whoever you want, but you don't need to disparage the community or the demographic that you're not dating. I agree with that. But at the same time, don't be shaming anyone for their dating choices. Simple. If everyone applied that same kind of strategy or logic, then there would be no problems. People would be happier. Pamela says, your face looks like you will never get wrinkles. Yeah, amen. Amen to that. Big up Pamela for the super sticker. Appreciate you. Big up Pamela. Hey, let's get the super chats up, man. If you got a question or something, let me hear your super chats. Big up Unique in the chat. He says, I will deal with the trolls. Yes. Big up Unique in the chat. Get these trolls out of here, man. Big up AZ for the super chat. He says, black women don't defend black men when they are bashing black men. Black women don't defend black men when black women are bashing black men. They actually cheer it on, so they can't complain. That, bro, as I said, yeah, there's a huge double standard, especially when it comes to this interracial dating thing. When black men do interracial dating, they're labeled sellouts, they're labeled self-haters, yeah? When black women do it, it's A-okay. It's all good. It's smiling, high fives, you know, it's all good. And it's a joke. It's a joke. Big up Daniel Karoma. Yeah, he says, if you make the choice to interracial date, try your best to ignore the bitter people that have a problem with it. Yeah, I agree. Big up Daniel. Yeah, you got to literally just do your thing, because at the end of the night, or the end of the night, but at the end of the day, yeah, like, why do you care what strangers think? You need to just really become like numb to the opinions of strangers. You know, if you know what you're doing is not hurting anyone, you know, you're doing the best thing for yourself. You got to just ignore what people think, because these people, they don't really care about you. A lot of them, they're just angry, disgruntled with their own lives, so they want to make you feel miserable as well. That's what it really boils down to. You get what I'm saying? That's what it really boils down to. They're unhappy with their own lives. They're miserable in their own lives. Yeah, whoever it is. I'm not talking about any group in specific. I'm just saying whoever it is, they're miserable, so they see other people doing their thing, then they want them to be miserable as well. That's what it boils down to, man. Let me see. All right, what's your opinion on international dating passport bros? They be hating on that too, just like in. You see the thing with the passport bros, why they get so much hate is because, like, it's people, obviously the women that are getting left behind, they're getting left behind, innit? That's what it literally boils down to, yeah? And I honestly think that a lot of times, if a woman, a lot of women, not all women, but some women are like, if I don't want a guy, then he should wait around to see to be my insurance policy. So if a guy tries to talk to a woman in his own country and the women are not listening to him or not rejecting him or just whatever, they expect that guy to just sit there and be single and miserable and wait around to see if they want to take him on board now. That's what I think it really boils down to. So they get upset that these men are not waiting around being insurance policies, and these men are going overseas to date other women. And these men are very vocal about it, and they're very vocal about their successes and that they're happy and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, a lot of times the men will say stuff like the women in these other countries are better looking, you know. And when they say stuff like these women are better looking, they're just better women in general, it ruffles a lot of feathers. It gets the women in their home countries annoyed. And then that's when the hate comes. That's when the hate comes, bro. Big up Intello. He says, do you believe Western black women are the only group of women we have to tiptoe around with our words, or is it women in general? To be honest, my bro, I think as black men, you have to tiptoe around all women, bro, to be honest. It's not even just about black women, it's women in general. This society is geared to empowering women and emasculating men. That's what this society is about. Yeah. And this topic that I'm talking about in terms of black men being called sellouts and self-haters and black women not getting called any names is just a example of this phenomena. It's an example of it. Do you get what I'm saying? It's just an example. It's just an example. Yeah. Carl says, just got in the chat. Question, how comes you and the man them didn't check Ginger when it went mad left? Bro, the show is back chat. Everybody argues on the show. There was nothing to check there. There was nothing to check there. Like, it's really annoying that guys are coming and say, why didn't you check him? Bro, have you ever watched back chat before? There's been a lot worse things that have been said on that show other than Ginge talking about take off your hair and take off your eyelashes. All right? So I don't know why people are going on like that was the most egregious insult ever in life. Like, bro, no. Now, was the way he was talking, it was aggressive. Yeah? But guess what? That's happened on back chat before. So, like, I don't know what you lot expected us to do, bro. Like, you lot are forgetting me and China got into it on the first episode we ever filmed. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, bro, like, I don't know, bro. Chase said women from Western, meaning women from my country, USA. Bro, the USA is not the whole world, bro. Like, I'm really getting bored with this whole, oh, America this, America that. Bro, America's not the whole world, fam. Yeah? Bruh. Let me see what you lot have been saying, man. Hey, let's get the likes up on the video, man. We could get to 100 likes right now, man. Let's get to 100 likes right now, please. I'm going to stay on for one minute more. Make it an hour. Got the planes going over my head. Nubian says he can move forward from this, needs to control his emotional outbursts. Yeah, that's what, yeah, I agree with you. I think with the Jin situation, I think that he just needs to work on himself and, you know, just understand what happened, where he went wrong, and then learn from it. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Learn from it. Like, don't get stuck on what trolls are saying or, you know, all the backlash, because again, a lot of the backlash is selective. But he needs to understand where he went wrong, especially in the behind the scenes bit when he was going crazy. Now, that behind the scenes bit, that's where he really like went wrong in my opinion. Like the things he was saying, the way he was going on, he didn't need to do all that, and he was saying things that I just don't agree with. But the stuff he was saying while he was still in the studio, I mean, yeah, his delivery was terrible. He didn't need to get up. He didn't need to be that aggressive when he was talking. And he really didn't. He should have kept his composure, and that's where he went wrong. I think he messed up. You get what I'm saying? But as I'm clearly stating, women do this all the time, and there's no problem, bro. Women have been doing this stuff, these crash outs, and it's just normal. It's normal. We're desensitized to it. It's normal. We expect it now. You get what I'm saying? You feel me? Yeah, the behind the scenes bit, that was mad. That was actually crazy. Like, because I saw that late and I was just like, what are you doing, bro? Like, this is crazy, bro. You can't defend that. When Ginge was behind the scenes, you couldn't defend that stuff. That stuff he was saying, like other things that he had said as well. It was just like, bro, I can't even. There's no way to try and like see it from your point of view, kind of thing. It's crazy. But anyway, man, hey, listen, 19 more of you should like the video, get the likes up to 100, and if you're watching this on the replay, hit the like button. Yeah, you lot, it's been real. I'm gonna leave it there. More content on the way as usual. All right, we've got another super chat. Big up to AZ for another super chat. He says, if you want to speak freely about these bops, just make sure you're independent like F&F, Kev, and AT, so you can't get cancelled by the simp society. Bruv, you say that, you say it's all bruv, it's not as simple as that, bro. Because the people that you're talking about, you think you know their situation, you don't really know their situation. All right, so just always be very savvy in the way you talk. All right, but anyway, with that being said, you lot take care of yourselves. Big up to everyone that hit the super chat. Big up to everyone that's watching, supporting the channel, all of that. And yeah, you lot take care of yourselves. I'm out of here. The last thing I want to say is, bruh, treat everyone equally, man. Whoever you are, treat everyone equally. Don't have selective outrage, selective bias. Don't be a hypocrite. All right? And that's all I've got to say about it. You get what I'm saying? And leave people alone. If people want to do interracial, let them do it in peace. Or if you ask them questions, accept the answer and move on, innit? Simple as that. Anyway, with that being said, I'm out of here. You lot take care of yourselves. Peace.